David,
Yes.
just another day of high fashion for you, right?
Well, this is such an exciting time. Yeah, just another day.
Just another
Yeah.
day. Just another day at the fashion office. What's it been like getting to sort of gather with other first timers?
I feel like that's the key of it is the camaraderie that we have whenever we go to an event together right before the award show, and I love it. It's exciting, and you get to meet people that you've admired throughout the season. I've seen almost all the shows that have been nominated and all the performances that were nominated, and it's just really nice to cross paths with them during these situations.
Well, because you're a real theater guy. I mean, you're a real like classic New York City film, TV, theater actor.
Well, yes, I've been doing it for a while. And
I've admired you in all of those mediums for many years. So it's exciting to see this moment happen.
It is. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm so thankful. And it's just a blessing. Is doing the show alone is enough of a blessing for me. But for this was even
When did the acting dream start?
Oh, it was late. I was a New York City police officer for like 15 years, and halfway into that, I said, I think I want to try acting because it's what I've always wanted to do. It's always been like, it was always a dream in the back of my head to like just maybe one day. I probably had the guts to even go for it, and I did, and everything just fell into place. I fell in love with it, and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So you had the dream when you were a kid, but you just sort of went down a more traditional path.
Exactly. I just came from a blue collar family, so there wasn't. I think I mentioned it once when I was 13, and my father was like, "What? Go take the fire test, the police test, the corrections test," and I did, and I respected my father, and I know he was looking out after me, but. When I had the opportunity, I was like, finally say, I'm gonna give this a shot and see how it goes. And I was very fortunate. You work hard, but a lot of people work hard. It's like you have to fall into the right people, fall into the right situation, circumstance, and had opportunities that I was able to identify and say, I would like to, try that. So, and I met a lot of lifelong friends during the process of it, and I learned a lot from everybody. So that was what, through experience, I learned a lot. Just trying to do good work.
Did you immediately, so you were literally a police officer and then you started auditioning?
I was a police officer, and one night I was off and I went to see a Broadway show. I think I went to see A Few Good Men.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, I think I want to do this.
That was a good one.
I think I want to do this. I think I kind of want to do this. And so the next day I started, went backstage and found acting class and found my first acting teacher, and from there on, it was just, this is what I want to do.
I love that so much because, I interview so many people who got a Broadway show right out of high school or college.
Oh, it was like I'm a part of the Labyrinth theater company, and when we first started, the shows for 2 people. But it was the same, we did the same work, the same, and as it grew, as the company grew, and we went to London, we went for shows. It was an experience that what I've been bad at in the past is not stopping and looking at what I've done. It's always like, what's next? And I've learned how to just relax and look back and say, wow, that was really a great experience. That was really, a good project. Those are some good people I worked with, and you get to be able to give yourself a break and look back and just admire, everything that you've done in a very positive way.
There's a lot of work for a real New York guy like you, especially in film and TV, right? I mean, like.
Well, yeah. I mean,
what do you most? You've done a lot of great things. What are you most sort of recognized for?
I'm recognized probably most for Dexter, because that was the longest running show that I was on. But every once in a while, I'll get recognized for like Oz, when I was a lot younger. And I remember this teenager stopped me on the train saying, were you on Oz? But he wasn't quite sure because it was 25 years ago. So he was like looking at me and but yeah, Oz and Dexter and Gotham and a certain role. And then also for theater, I did a lot of really great plays that were directed by Philip Seymour Hoffman. Jesus Up the A Train, Our Lady of 121st Street. Those were like, so a lot of theater people remember me from that. And, But yeah, it's really very nice when someone recognized me for something that was such a long time ago, and it wasn't really not well received, but it wasn't widespread. It's a good feeling.
You're the kind of guy who, when I find out you're nominated for a Tony and you have a moment like this, I'm just like, yes, yes. It's like, in my head, you deserve like a lifetime achievement Tony.
Not yet.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I'm so fortunate. I found out I was speaking with drama students in the University of Wyoming with my son, who's also a teaching artist in schools, and that day was his birthday, my son's birthday, May 2nd. And then I found out that I was going to be nominated, and I was like, I didn't really know how to react. I was just like, oh, it feels good. That feels nice to be recognized, after so many years of doing it, which I had no expectation. It's a nice jolt of energy that it gives you as an artist.
What is it like sharing a moment like this with your loved ones? I mean, they watch sort of the day-to-day of your life and your career.
I feel like that's like the most fun, is to see other people's reaction, like my kids, my two kids, my grandkids, and they were very just, like my grandkids been watching me on TV since so they don't care. They say, oh, look, your grandfather's on TV. They don't, they go, oh yeah, again, good, but they did come see the play. Oh. And it was the first time that my 9-year-old granddaughter was like, oh, Papa, you're really good in this. And I kind of like, that hit me more than any review or any other thing that would have happened. So I was very thankful for that.
When your grandkids can tell you're talented.
Yeah, it's really nice. And not to mention just being in a great play really helps, and having great actors around you and a great team around you. Yeah. It's in a great theater. That all this is just icing on the cake from all of that. So I'm very thankful.
Cost of Living was a fantastic play, and you got a big monologue, and you opened it was a good meaty role.
It was. Every day was an adventure, and I just went with it, and was able to, just tell Martina's story, play.
So who's your Tony date?
My wife, Liza Zayas, whose the play she was in, Between Riverside and Crazy, is also nominated for Best Play.
Yes. So she's a fantastic actress.
She's amazing.
You two are powerful.
I learned everything from her.
When you're in a relationship with another actor like that, how do you sort of take care of each other?
We support each other. Yeah. That's the most important thing. It's always a roller coaster. Right? You have great times, you have lean times, and we just supported each other in everything that we did, in whether it's theater, television, or film. And it's really nice not to feel like you're doing something that the other person doesn't understand. We both understand what this entails, and the commitment, the work, the work ethic that involves to do something, the excellence in theater that needs to happen. And so whenever we are working on a project, whether it's a play, whether we help each other out, and it's been really great. And we've been married for over 25 years.
So how excited are you and Liza to go to this Tony night? I mean, it's a big event. It's a big event. We try not to talk about it too much, because our lives are so full with our families and everything. But every once in a while, we just sit down and we look at each other and we go, yeah, this is fun. This is a lot of fun.